documentary looks to expose the biggest cover-up in human history. And here we have an image by the Greer group, Mauricio Morales, Dr. Stephen Greer, who used to be an emergency room doctor, Dr. Stephen Greer, MD, and founder of the Disclosure Project and the Center for the Study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence, CSETI, has been on a mission for decades to shed light on the fact that we are not alone, that we've never been alone, and that an ET presence is currently engaging our planet and the human race. This topic is so broad it encompasses nearly every area of human study and endeavor, diving into the black budget world, a world that has no oversight from Congress, as well as science, technology, new energy, history, anthropology, much more. It's a topic, when fully exposed, will definitely ignite a major paradigm shift for the human race. So far, Dr. Greer has been very successful, having brought forth hundreds of military and political whistleblowers of all ranks with verified backgrounds to testify and share their experience in public. To complement these whistleblowers, thousands upon thousands of pages of UFO documents have also been released by dozens of governments. Earlier in his career, Dr. Greer was also chairman of the Department of Emergency Medicine at Caldwell Memorial Hospital in North Carolina. The Disclosure Project movement began making noise when a groundbreaking National Press Club disclosure event brought forth these whistleblowers, and you can view that full conference here in the link. More than 1 billion people worldwide have now listened to the testimony given at this conference, and it received coverage from several mainstream media outlets, as it was just too big to ignore. Since then, multiple efforts have sprung forth, one being the citizens' hearing on disclosure that took place a couple of years ago. It was also held at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C., and saw a number of professors, historians, scientists, and high-ranking political and military personnel gathered to elaborate on the ongoing reality of the UFO phenomenon to several former congresspeople. Dr. Greer also released a previous film titled Sirius, where he revealed having high-level meetings with the Pentagon regarding UFO extraterrestrial topics. It was verified by Dr. Edgar Mitchell, the Apollo 14 astronaut who accompanied Greer on his meetings. He's one of the several astronauts to make numerous statements about the extraterrestrial issue. Quote, "Yes, there have been crashed craft and bodies recovered. We are not alone in the universe. They have been coming here for a long time. I happen to be privileged enough to be in on the fact that we have been visited on this planet and the UFO phenomenon is real." Now, in Greer's new film, Unacknowledged, you'll hear military, government, intelligence, and corporate witnesses present compelling testimony on the existence of extraterrestrial life forms visiting the planet, as well as the reverse engineering of the energy and propulsion systems of these craft. It also goes into the possibility of a false flag alien invasion, and you could read more about it on the link here. This is by far one of the best documentaries out there to bring anyone up to speed as to what is happening with a UFO cover-up and the implications that come with it. I truly enjoy what this film had to offer, and I believe it will make huge waves in helping to open the general public up to the reality of UFOs and extraterrestrials. If you have ever had trouble explaining this phenomenon to skeptics or non-believers, this is the film to show them, and you simply cannot deny it any longer. Greer has also authored multiple books and put out multiple DVDs on the subject, and teaches people and hosts groups throughout the world focused on peaceful contact initiatives. They are out there, so why not try to make contact? He also continues to research advanced alternative energy sources that, as you'll see in the documentary, go hand in hand with the UFO phenomenon. This man has done a lot for the movement, known as the father of the disclosure. He is no doubt responsible for the massive wave of information and awareness that's being created on the subject today. Quote, "There are objects in our atmosphere which are technically miles in advance of anything we can deploy, that we have no means of stopping them coming here, and that there is a serious possibility that we are being visited and have been visited for many years by people from outer space, from other civilizations. that it behooves us, in case some of these people in the future or now should turn hostile, to find out who they are, where they come from, and what they want. This should be the subject of rigorous scientific investigation, and not the subject of rubbish by tabloid newspapers, end quote. This is what Lord Admiral Hill Norton, former Chief of Defence Staff, 5-star Admiral of the Royal Navy of the UK, Chairman of the NATO Military Committee, said. Now, by the way, by acknowledged, Greer is referring to Special Access Programs, SAP. From these, we have acknowledged and waived SAPs. These programs do not exist publicly, but they do indeed exist. They are better known as deep black programs. A 1997 U.S. Senate report describes them as, quote, so sensitive that they are exempt from standard reporting requirements to the Congress, end quote. And you have various videos here. The biggest lie in history is about to be shattered in Unacknowledged, and you can watch them here. This is by Arjun Walia Collective Evolution on Bended Reality. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.